Hello, viewers. You're welcome to the Besong Show. Always excited. It's always exciting when I bring you guys amazing guests, people who are doing awesome stuff in their destination, and I always want to bring them here to you guys so you can learn from their experience. And my guest for today is Dr. Jane Ndika. She's a wonderful scientist and someone who have entrepreneurial mindset as well. And the reason why I bring her to this show today is to learn from her experience as an immigrant in Finland, and also for her to share some like cool stuff that she has gained over the years, not only as a scientist or as an educator, or as a doctor in whatever she is doing, but more on the fact that she is a human and has gone through some challenges that I think we can learn from it as well. So, having said that, after the break, I'm going to bring Dr. Jane to the show. Guys, I hope you have buckled your belt. You are like ready to get to know more about her, as I am also ready to get to know more about her. So, see you after the break. Yes, welcome, Doc.
Hello, thank you for having me.
I'm
Pleasure.
I'm excited to have you here today on this show. From looking at your
Thank you.
looks, you know how amazing you are. I believe you're gonna spice this show with some awesome ideas, and also my viewers are gonna learn from your experiences and all what you have acquired over the years. It's gonna be a plus to them today, and for me also because I can't wait to get to know you deeper. That's why most of my questions will target you and what you do. So you're welcome again once more to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. So in this show, we talk about business, networking, motivation. The purpose for all this is to create an awareness and also to create a community where we both learn from each other, our experiences, and also look at the ways we can promote or motivate each other to achieve our goals. And today, I'm just gonna like ask you to tell my viewers, like in the first place, who is Dr. Jane Ndika? Who do you think you are?
Oh well, my name is Jane Besong Ndika. I'm from Cameroon, and I moved to Finland about 14 years ago to study, and I have been here since then. Um, what else? I am a scientist, biochemist, and biotechnologist by training, and well, I'm married with two kids, and yeah. What else is there to say? I think that's it for me.
Oh, yeah, wow, that's awesome. I can see. Usually, we say, like when I was growing up, we look at scientists as people who don't have nothing else. Like, we don't have any idea. All they do is science, 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 science. But I have been snooping around your content, your stuff in general, and I realized that you are more of, should I say, a social entrepreneur. Should I describe you as that? Is it okay to describe you as that, or to address you like that, like a social entrepreneur?
Oh, well, um, I think it's okay to
Right,
address me like
not
that,
social
because
entrepreneur,
you
sorry,
see,
social scientist.
social scientist. Because I was about to say that sometimes you see things, people others see things in you that you don't see in yourself. Because as an individual, I think I'm a very shy person, and I hate to be in the spot, public eye. So, and I think that if you
I hope
when
I'm
you
not putting
send
you
the
on the spot.
invitation, yeah, it took me a while to respond, because I had to like think that, am I ready for this? Do I really want to do this? But because of the impact your show is having, I thought that I play a small role in try to motivate someone.
Wow.
So if you think I'm social, then good, but I
I
wouldn't
don't
say
think you
that.
are social. I know you are social. Yeah. I'm just saying based on the mindset, like the general
Yeah,
mindset of scientists. When you say you are a
yeah,
scientist, it's like you
yeah,
have created a vacuum between you and this and some like people who call themselves. We always say we were literature students and science students. So that's how we usually differentiate these people. But now we're not here to talk about your social stuff. Or like you say you're social. No, that's not the focus here on this show. I will just have to bring that up, based on the things you have been, doing, and also having interact with you. Like I think you are a social scientist, someone who is not only about indoors trying to find solutions or in the lab, but you are out there trying to communicate also with the people about such stuff. Now, what will you say, like looking 10 years back, you know, how can you describe you 10 years back? Looking at what you have become now, what can you say about you 10 years back?
Oh, 10 years back, I was pretty young, in a foreign land, trying to find myself and faced with so many challenges. I would say that I was young, but I think that I'm happy with who I was back then, and I think that uh, I have I have made some I have evolved from there, but I don't regret who I was back then. So I think that I'm pretty proud of who I was 10 years ago.
Okay,
in,
okay.
in spite of everything that happened with all the changes that surrounded me.
Okay.
Mm.
You mentioned 10 years back you found yourself in a foreign land. Was that Finland?
Yeah, yes, that was Finland.
So, how can you describe your first 3 months in Finland? What
Oh,
what 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 went through your mind? What were you thinking the first 3 months or the first 6 months in Finland?
oh. First, I left Cameroon. Cameroon is very warm and friendly. You know everyone and so on. And then I moved to Finland in August 2007, and I land in Oulu, which is cold in the north, and so I had to deal with the cold. I had to deal with the loneliness, and it was really challenging. And I remember, I will tell one funny story. I remember that once I called my dad uh, when the winter had started, and he was like, "How are you?" I'm like, "I'm okay." And he's like, "What's the weather there like?" And I told him it's like -20. And my dad was like dead serious, like, "Pack your bags and come back home. You're going to freeze." And I'm like, you have to just put on so many clothes and so on. But he was really serious that you have to come back home. But so it was difficult. It was lonely. I think back then there were not so many blacks, I would say. So it took some time to really like get used to and this new life. And I'm a very quiet and shy person, so it's always more difficult for me, to open up. But I survived somehow, and I'm here, still here today.
Yeah, yeah, you survive for sure. See, yeah, you know, yeah, and like looking at what you mentioned, many people, have gone through depression. Some are not really feeling okay. Now when you change an environment and you don't have that mindset to be there until the end, you can face depression, and at one point in time you might even give up and like, okay, life is too difficult for you. And so I know so many people have got to that position where that point in their life where they're like, okay, I wouldn't have come to this country. I wouldn't have even be
Mm,
here. I found myself here. So despite the challenge as you mentioned, you still find something to push you forward. Now, I just wish to know, like, well, what really motivates you? What kept you going? What is that one thing that kept you going despite the challenges?
oh well, I moved to do a masters. So my studies for one, I had to, I'm someone who always loved to make my parents proud, and I didn't want to disappoint them in any way. So I knew that I had to really like focus in spite of all the challenges. I had to like focus on my studies, and make it no matter what, and just forge ahead till the end. And I think with time also I got to know a few Cameroonians there in Olu, and that really helped. We had people that you could also turn to, and that were there to encourage you.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess yeah, that helped me through that. So I was
Okay.
really keen on completing my studies there, and I didn't want to give up. Just tried.
Okay.
I tried to like, for example, I tried to because we have this period where you do your courses and then you have your internship. So my strategy was that I try to complete my courses as soon as possible and then move to a place where, like Helsinki, where there are more people and more openings and so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I believe viewers who want to know exactly, not like exactly, I mean, share something about your, like what you do. Like, do you have?
Mm.
Can you like give us a little bit, with like share with us with some examples what you do? Like, what put food on your table?
All right, what puts food on my table? So currently, I am a senior scientist at Mobidiac, a hologic company, and so I'm kind of a technical lead, leading the development of a diagnostic test. So like the corona test, and like the pregnancy test, I've worked in different. Over the years, I worked with different technologies. So, but basically, I have been in charge of guiding the development, so selecting the reagents that are used in this test and the materials and things like that. So it's a lot of work. So that's what I do. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm in vitro diagnostics.
Should I say this is what you're passionate about?
Yeah. I think you can say that. I think you can say that because I think I started in academics and I moved to industry. I had always wanted to be in industry. And I was very fortunate that my first experience in industry was in a biotech company where they developed in vitro diagnostic test. And I just came to really love it so much because I could see the impact that these tests, that early diagnostics or diagnosis has, that it can save lives, it can. So there are just so many. I just really love the impact that it had, and it just drove me so much, and so.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's
I,
awesome. So you are the guys keeping us healthy and safe, you know.
Oh, well, we try, because if the disease or a condition is detected early on, then you can get the treatment that will help you, and they can monitor you using this test also while you're getting the treatment, and it
Wow.
has the health impact, the economic impact, so so many benefits. I just loved it, and I was like,
Okay.
this is where I want to be, and I want to continue in this
Okay.
this route. Yeah.
Okay. You have been living in Finland for more than a decade now, and I believe at one point people have been reaching out to you, from Africa, abroad, in other European countries, like they want to come to Finland. What are some advice that you give to them whenever they reach out to you, want to come to Finland? How can I come to Finland? Or how can I get to Finland? How is Finland? How is Finland? I mean, these things that people always ask before they want to, move to a country. So, what do you really say to them? That you think, like, based on your experience, that will, not only motivate them to come, but to caution them to be aware of what they are getting into before even come here in the first place.
Oh well. I would say that I think Finland it's a very nice country. You know, we have this the language is an issue here, but I think that at least for me, I have been able to survive here for 14 years without the language. So I would say that we have a lot of opportunities here, and there are so many international programs now. And it's unfortunate that now we have there is a school fees which wasn't before, but they have also scholarships in place. And I think that Finland has a very good educational system, and which so many people can benefit from. And with the scholarship, I think that you can you can survive. And there are also job opportunities. Unlike many other countries, students are not allowed to work, but I think Finland is one of those countries where when you come, you are able to work and take care of yourself. So I would say that come with an open mind, and don't come with thinking that hey, this is a transition for me, because I think that's the mistake most of us make. We come here and we think that oh, this is a transition, you know, so you don't take time to study, to know about Finland. You don't want to learn the language because you think that it's not going to benefit me in any way, I'm going to leave, you know. So come here, keep an open mind, and just try to learn the culture, learn everything there is about Finland, and you will enjoy the place. And it's really a lovely place if you want to build a family also, you know. Very good social system, peaceful country, you know. I love the forest. I love to go out for walks, you
Yeah.
know. It helps you to recalibrate, you know,
I
and
don't
de-stress.
I
So
don't know why I have never loved the forest. Maybe it's because of my
ah
mindset. From Africa, I know when you are in the forest, it's like you are always scared of snakes, wild animals. I've always have this like, oh, someone coming behind your back. Of course, I know Finland is safe, but I've never had this motivation to go. 'Cause where I live, I mean, there's forest like surrounding me, but I've never, you know,
you should
think of
try
going
it.
to
You
the
should try it.
forest.
It's amazing just to go out for walks. It's amazing.
Yeah,
It just helps you to clarify your, you know, it brings you a lot of clarity, you know, just those walks. And it's refreshing also. So you should try it. So I would
I
say
will.
that just come with an open mind and put in the work, you know, put in the work. If you work hard, it pays off, you know. Just put in your work, and you will see the fruits.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that, and maybe I'll take a photo and send to you.
That would be great.
Okay, viewers, if you are joining us right now, I'm with Dr. Jane Besong Ndika. She's a scientist and a social entrepreneur. I give her that name, social entrepreneur. So, I don't want anyone to like say these are. I'm the one who gave her that name, and I gave her that name because of the fact that I believe she's a social entrepreneur, not like that name, like the title, social entrepreneur. And we have been discussing here about her story, her motivation, what she's passionate about, and how when she came to Finland, what experiences she have gained over the years in Finland, her job, and her aspiration of
Mm.
as a scientist living in Finland. Let's move forward. I am gonna go to your LinkedIn now, and I want to
Oh,
read some like the reason why I call you a social entrepreneur is based on the things I found on your LinkedIn. More to
okay.
that from your bio, like your about section. You say you are a self-motivated and enthusiastic scientist with an entrepreneurial mindset and a keen interest in utilizing her scientific knowledge and skills for developing rapid and innovative products that will accelerate diagnosis and improve decision making at the point of care or point of need. Now, when you say this, I look at it in a way that I like. You have a mindset that will create solutions based on the health challenges that people are facing, these days. This health challenge, the health industry or the medical industry, should I call it that way? Is
Yeah.
a business. They have a business section in it, like an entrepreneurial aspect of it. There are people who come up with scientists who have come up with solutions that devices that solves problems act as solutions to problems that most people are facing. I even look at COVID-19. There's some test kits that are coming up because of people who invented this way to do that. I saw one guy is from Nigeria. They come up with a new way of helping um, infected patients. So now, looking at your experience in the industry, and what you have been doing and what you are still doing, what will you say are some ideas, if say any, that you think might be beneficial for the entire world? Like, of course, let's say an entire world, based on what you're doing, or maybe you have an idea that you have been thinking. Do you want to share? It doesn't have to be perfect, but just anything that you want to share with regard to that.
Well, I would I would say um, it's good to thinking about the world and thinking about the West especially. So I think that I'm thinking about diagnostics. I think that the West is pretty much settled in a way that you can bring the you can bring diagnostics to the patient. So sometimes you don't necessarily have to go to the hospitals, and sometimes you can buy the test just from the pharmacy or wherever. Or sometimes the doctor can come to you and without any equipment and so on, and is able to test you and then move on from there. But when I look at Africa and I see that we are still lagging a lot, and we still have there is still a lot to be done in that area, because most of the time you have to always go to the hospital. And you think about the villages, sometimes the hospitals are miles away and you have to walk. So I think that for me, if I can give back, I always try to think about how I can help our communities in Africa and help them um, to bring this diagnostics near them at their bedsides. So developing something, a test that is easy to use, that is very fast, and that you can buy even from your local grocery shop or whatever, and just if you feel sick, you can just buy it and you test yourself or something like that. I think that we are still missing that, and that's something that has been on my mind, thinking about ways to collaborate, with researchers down there and try to develop something that will help us, because a lot of people die because of misdiagnosis, and so on, delayed diagnosis, and so on. You can,
Yeah,
the list is long. So
yeah.
how can we work towards bringing this closer to those patients and those in need? I think that's really critical. So
Okay, okay. So
I would
have you had some programs before in the past? Working with some organizations back then in Cameroon.
not
With
yet.
regard to
Every
this.
now and then, not yet. Every now and then, I just look, because I think that I'm still myself a work in progress. So I still think that I need some time to really develop myself more before I can really give back. So, but every now and then, I just Google and look, see what's there, what's happening. But I've not really been in touch with any organization to start anything yet. So let's
Or
see
maybe you
what the
can you
future
can create
holds.
yours.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've had some ideas, but I wouldn't disclose them here.
Okay.
But let's see.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
what will you say you are like about what okay, what will you say about you 5 years from now, or what do you aspire 5 years from now? Or where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Oh wow. Uh, 5 years from now, I hope that I will not be in the same place. um, I would like to grow from where I am today, and growing is like, for me, is seeing that whatever I am doing, is being used, and I can see that the impact of it, of what I am doing. So I hope that 5 years from now, the projects I am currently working on would be out there and doing exactly what they are supposed to do and saving lives and helping, you know, the patients to make decisions on patients. So I really hope that I
Oh,
really
okay.
hope to see that, and I hope that I will grow also as a person, professionally and individually. So I don't want to be in the same place, but I hope that I will grow. I'll be better,
Oh,
be a better person than I am today.
okay. Okay. Now, let me go to the last part of this
Oh,
conversation. Looking at
okay.
your lifestyle, your
Mm,
achievements, who you are
mm.
today, you are also a mom. You are a wife. How do you do that? Like, how do you combine everything, knowing fully that um, having kids has always been a challenge or a barrier, to many women who haven't been able to achieve their goals or like yeah, achieve their goals. Why are you different? What about you or things you do that makes you different that you think women out there who are watching you, some will say, okay, because I have 2 kids, I have 3 kids, I'm married, I'm not able to do or haven't been able to do this, do that because of these things. So what would you say to someone if say they're watching you right now?
Oh, I would say that for me, at least, I've had a very good support system. My husband is super supportive, and I think that with kids, it's really hard. It's really hard, and I think that I wouldn't have been able to do the things that I'm doing or I've been able to do so far if I didn't have that support. It would have been really hard. But I would say that, um,
So your
some
husband is your
things,
hero in this case.
yeah, he is. I would say that he is because he has been really supportive, and he has sacrificed a lot also for my career, my growth, and likewise, I do the same for him. So I have done the same for him. So I would say that find yourself a support system. You can't do it on your own. You can't do it on your own. Find friends. I have also friends that have been really supportive. I have my family that have been supportive. They have encouraged me through words. Through prayers. They have been praying for me. They have, babysitted when needed. And once I would say I had to work out of town. I had to spend several nights out of home, and my husband really, he was there, and so I would say that if you have a support system and you have the drive, I think that you can really make it. Don't think too much about your situation and, oh, I can't do this because I have kids. There's always time. We can create time when the kids are asleep. It's
Yeah.
tiring, but you can try. I wrote my thesis with the baby, carrying my baby, my daughter.
Wow.
I wrote my PhD thesis. My daughter, I held her and I was typing. I remember when I sent
Wow.
even draft to my supervisor, she was like, "Wow," she thought that it would take like several months. But once the drive is there, once you're motivated and you know where you're going, where you want to be, what you want to achieve, I think that you can do whatever. It's really difficult, don't get me wrong, it's really difficult with kids, but I think that there's always a way. Don't focus on the challenges. Just try to put one foot at a time ahead, one step at a time, and you'll get there.
Wow.
And
Wow. Don't focus on the challenges. One
no,
step at a
don't.
time, and you'll
Yeah,
get there. That's enough
yeah.
to end the show for today. Viewers, I don't want us to talk so much about, to have more conversations here about Dr. Jane Rika. I believe so far we have been inspired somehow from her story. And as I mentioned, it's not all about being wealthy or having like rich or having the best life. It's more about the mindset, how you put yourself there out there, and the kind of people you surround yourself with. They are gonna help you, push you towards where you want to be. And at times, as Dr. Jane mentioned, it's difficult, especially when it comes to kids. Having kids around you, it's always difficult to take one step at a time. But still, you must make sure you surround yourself with people who are always gonna motivate you, encourage you, push you forward. But at times you feel as, oh, I'm gonna give up, but why would you give up? You say there's always someone there to push you. So thanks so much, Doc, for being part of this show. This is not like how I expected. I was thinking that the show is gonna be like one of those shows that Doc will like, okay, tell me the baton, like ask me some questions, because I always expect, like I was like seriously, I was expecting that you come and ask me questions about also, but I didn't get to that, so I'm happy you didn't do that. So because I'm all about getting to know. Maybe one day I'll have someone to interview me as well. But listen, I thought you're gonna ask me some questions about something. So thanks you didn't do that.
But yeah,
Yeah,
thank you so much for having me, and I think that you have a really good, great platform, and I like what you're doing. It's really inspiring. We come to this foreign land, and there are a lot of challenges, but people pull through. So it's good to hear those stories because it encourages
yeah.
also people coming here. And so kudos to the work you're doing, and keep it
Thank
up.
you.
I'm happy I can contribute in my own small way, and I hope that I have
Yeah,
inspired someone. And please don't
definitely.
hesitate to reach out. I don't, with the little I can help. I have been through, move from academics to industry. So if you need help with transitioning, you can always contact me. I can like kind of guide you in my own way, and tell you my story, how I managed to survive in industry after the academic milieu. So reach out
Wow,
if you need advice
wow, wow,
or
wow, wow.
guidance.
Let me just go through some few comments that we have here.
Okay.
From Esther Bilola, so you should try going out into the woods for work. It's a cheap question. Okay, Doc, I'm gonna try that as well. Yeah. We
Yeah,
have
do
Razak Clan, the Manu I, we have Jennifer Ohemeng. She says thanks for you for sharing your story. Um, Teresa says you are right. Motivation plus good support system. All right. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for being part of the show. If you see you have been inspired by the content Dr. Jane have shared today, please do share also with your networks. And if see you are watching and you are going through some transition and you need someone to talk to, you can reach out to Dr. Jane on LinkedIn or on Facebook with the name Jane Besong Ndika. I'm gonna put the link to our LinkedIn profile on the description section of this show. So you can go there after the show. I'll put it there so you can reach out to her directly through LinkedIn, and maybe from there you guys can get to know like she can get to know more about your challenges and how she can be part of the solution. But anyways, just reach out to her, and from there I believe something good will always come out. Until then, guys, I wish you all the best. Thanks again once more, Doc, for being part of the show. And don't forget to share. Share. Those of you watching on YouTube, subscribe and share. I'm also building this platform on YouTube lately, so your subscription is gonna help push this content to someone out there who might be, who might get some value from it somehow.
Mm.
Until then, guys, bye again once more. Bye bye.
Bye.